Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be field cleaning my M&P 2.0 subcompact. I love this pistol. It's been a great EDC for me. So let's get started. First and foremost, it's not loaded, no magazine, and there's nothing in the chamber, so we're good there. And let's get started. All right, so basically I start with taking off the slide here, and with the M&P you have to pull down this little channel here, release the slide, pull the trigger, and that releases the slide here. A couple things that I like to do is have a couple things on hand. I like to have a little tub here that has all my parts in it. I do wear gloves, kind of keep things clean in your hands and whatnot. What I do here is I take out this recoil spring and I put it in this little tub, and I take out the barrel and I do the exact same thing. And what I'm using is Shooter Lube. I got this on through Amazon. I think it's a great product that they have. This is essentially just the start. I just give it a light spray down, kind of let it soak, get it into the barrel, right onto the recoil spring here, just to let it kind of soak in and just stay like that for a little bit of time. Then from here, I have a couple different brushes that I use. And what I like about these brushes, I probably should have had these out beforehand, but just a general toothbrush. I like using a toothbrush, a softer type toothbrush. And then I do have these other smaller ones that they're a little bit more, fine. Make sure that you get all these little pieces that eventually come off, but it's got the brush on the bottom, the brush on the top. I use those. And then my daughter, she gave me a makeup brush. And what I like about this makeup brush is I use this to eventually put my oils, along the slide, in the channels, that kind of thing. I think that works really well to use something like this, and it keeps everything cleaner as well. So I give this a little spray down on the inside here. I also like to have some paper towels, kind of putting paper towels down, just to kind of keep your mat cleaner and whatnot. But I I just go right over the slide itself, with the brush or the toothbrush here. Get it all clean. Go ahead and just try and get into every nook and cranny with that after spraying there. Really, a cleaning shouldn't take very long, 15-20 minutes. I find it, it doesn't need to be overthought when doing this. And then I've got these cotton squares. You can get these online. You can get them really anywhere. I got these at my local Cabela store. But then I, go inside and get it all nice and clean. Get it all out. You can see how dirty that is. And just continue to get it nice and clean. Get in the nooks and crannies, as best you can with your fingers. What I also do too is I where it's hard to see sometimes, with just normal lighting. And I also use this headlamp, which is quite nice. And basically it's just, turns on and it goes over your head. And then it just gives you a little bit, more light to use when you are cleaning, so you can see a little bit deeper, with the light. I take this other brush and kind of get right into the slide, that little groove area. That's basically, kind of right in here. I don't know if you can see that or not, right in here, this groove. I like to get this really clean because you get a lot of gunk in there. And it's very important that your slide is obviously super clean of any debris. Right, also right here where the striker fire part is, right here, you want to keep this nice and clean as well. You don't want to get a lot of oil in there. You want to be able to just, so that's pretty good. This has been fired, I would say about 500 times, but typically after I fire my guns, I like to clean them and just make sure that they're all lubed and ready for, you know, for the next time. So this here, I'm gonna call this one pretty much good. Again, this is just a quick, you know, quick cleaning to get any debris from your last range day. So this one is pretty good. I'll take this, put that aside. Now I'll work on the grip itself. This here, a little bit more challenging. Obviously, you've got a lot of these pieces here. Again, if you're going to completely clean this, you're going to be taking out your pins, pulling out all the insides of this part here. But you can see, I don't know if you can see this area right here. I'm going to point this with a, use this little brush, but you can see a lot of fragment right here, and that's from the brass of the bullet. You know, you get a lot of that comes off in here, and I want to make sure that you clean all this area right here. So again, what I do is I take some of the shooter lube, spray it right on here. This is not bad for it. So as long as you keep this really lube, you're not lubing up this entire piece anyway. You know, we're gonna dry this really well again. I get down inside where the mag sits as well. I like to get all that clean as well. Get all this area. And then again, take a new cloth and just clean it out. Get it all nice and dry. You can see how much gunk is on there, how much debris is coming off. And then I take another, I take this pot and I go up inside where the mag goes, just to make sure that you keep that nice and clean. Just stick your fingers right in there, get it all around, and use as many of these cotton things as much as possible. Keep things clean. And then if there's some areas that are deep in here, then you can have another little tool. Take this, which comes off from my cleaning kit. Got this again at Cabela's. And I just take this section here and still wrap it like so. Wrap it like this. And I get inside these little areas here, kind of just move it around so you can get that out. Take that off and just continue to keep going a little bit. Again, this was not super dirty. I mean, like I said, I've had maybe 500 rounds through this, and basically every time that I put 100 rounds into this at the range or so, I usually clean it after each cleaning. So that's pretty much it for this. I'll put both of these aside, and then we'll work on the recoil spring now. Now this one, I take this little brush here and I go right into the channels of this. And I get that all cleaned out. Just like so. And then I'll take another clean cloth. I'll try and get it into the little area, and I twist, and it'll follow the way the recoil spring's going. And it'll go all the way to the end, and then you'll see how dirty, which wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. So that one's clean. And now with the barrel, I usually just wipe down the barrel first, just so that it's not super dirty. Clean this area right here too. Get this super clean. You don't want any debris on this. You can see that starting to come off on here. Really scrub that down. Even if you have to take one of the metal, like I've got a metal brass one like this, just to really get in deep with that. That should be extremely shiny and clear. It's where the bullet loads into the shaft of the barrel. So you want to make sure that that's always super clean, just like so. So now I take this bore rod here and I take this off. I put this on, okay, like so. And what I do is the bullet goes this way, okay? So you always want to take your metal portion of the bore cleaner here, and you want to go through this way, out. I don't ever go back the opposite way. Once I loosen this up a little bit, what I do is I go ahead and put a little bit more Lube inside, just to get it a little bit wet. And again, bring it right out. And then I take another cotton cloth. And I take the cotton cloth, I do the same thing. I spray it down, give it a little lube on there. And then I take this and I wrap it, I stick it through. Just like so. Come back out. I rewrap it again. Then I take this, I change it, put another clean one on. Make sure this one's dry. Stick it on in. If this is completely clean, then your barrel is clean. And that looks pretty good to me. That's not bad. Just a hinder of dirt that's right in there. So I probably take one more clean one. And go over it again. Stick it right on through. There we go. Clean off the barrel one more time. Get it all nice and clean. And then next, what I do is I've got the Shooter Lube. This is the stage 2. This is the oil, the gun oil. And what I do is with this, I like this because it's got this little, needle top here. It's not a needle, but it's, it's hollow through. And what I like about this section here is you can just put a couple little drops. I usually do 1, 2, 3, okay? And then the brush that my daughter gave me, I just wipe it on, just brush it on. More than enough oil on there to keep things clean and just lubed up, just like so. Put that aside. I do the same thing with this. I just take whatever residue that I had left on the brush and just go over it with it. That's done. Now on this here, on the slide, a couple different places that I usually do. So I like to keep this section in here a little bit lubed up as well. You can see a little bit of a burr down at the bottom right here. I don't know if you can see that. It's all the way down right in this section right here. It's right there. I want to make sure you get all that stuff out. There it is. That's gone. That's gone now. So again, I put a little bit of lube right here. 1, 2. And then on top of the striker here, I just put a little bit of one dot here. And then along the channel of the slide, I put it right in here. And I don't put a lot in here because then I use this brush again and I brush it on in. So I go right along the side, just like that. I brush this in here, brush in here, right along the side, and then I go right along inside of the slide. Just like so. And then that's pretty much it. We'll put the barrel back in. Put the recoil spring back in. Slide this back on. Lock it in. Give it a couple. Make sure everything slides. Dry fire it for a second. Everything feels good. And then what I do is when I'm pretty much done doing everything that I need to with the cleaning section, I cut up these t-shirts that just didn't need anymore. Just cotton. And I then go over with that cotton to really clean it up, get all that oil off. And then you can wash these again afterwards. I mean, you don't have to throw them away. You just go over the gun. And my green dot. Make sure it's all nice and clean. Just grab one more. I like to make sure that that green dot is nice and cleared off, that there's no film on that. Make sure my light's clean. And that's it. There you have it. That is how you clean your M&P9 the 2.0 compact, subcompact. And that's it. Stay safe, everybody. Please subscribe. Click the notification bell. It helps with the algorithms. And I hope this helped out a little bit. Just again, super quick cleaning. And this is, you know, everybody has their way of doing certain things. This is my way of doing it. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.